Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Western Racing, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Series 22 of the Spin Master Monster Jam diecast. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm actually not even set up for the video yet, so I'm going to do that while I'm talking to you guys here. Since, got a little bit of a thing I need to talk about here, considering last night was one of the most important nights of Monster Jam, all year. I figure of all times this would be the best time to talk about it, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Last night, for those of you who are unaware, was the Monster Jam World Finals, the 22nd Monster Jam World Finals. It was a big night, a lot of stuff happened. A lot of good things, a lot of bad things, and I want to kind of state my opinions on some of the things here. Let me adjust my music real quick. One of the changes that I made to my YouTube channel is I put the background music actually while I'm recording the video, because I figured it would be easier to do it that way. So, yeah, I don't know. I might have to go in editing and fix it, but I don't know. Okay. The light is set up. There we go. Okay, so Monster Jam World Finals last night was kind of interesting. And the reason why I think it's so interesting is because we had a lot of different weird stuff happen. And it was kind of weird. Just running through the details real quick. There were 4 world champions that were crowned. Ryan Anderson won high jump. Two-wheel skills was won by Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger, which was a very debatable thing. I don't think he deserved that win, but that was just my opinion. Tristan England in Earthshaker won racing. That one was deserved. That was a very good run on his part. Yeah, that was very, very good run on his part. He did great. Well, technically Camden Murphy kind of won a world championship because he was top qualifier in racing. Again, and Camden Murphy made it all the way to the finals and lost to Tristan England right there at the end, which was an interesting turn of events. It was a pretty nuts race to watch. The racing, in my opinion, went great. I think Tristan England deserved it. He's a good racer. It was a good run to watch. Two-wheel skills was debatable, very debatable. I don't think Tyler Menninga deserved the win whatsoever. There were at least 3 people who had better runs than he did, and I feel like the only reason why he won was because he's on Team Gravedigger. That's just an opinion of mine. I think Gravedigger is I almost want to refer to Gravedigger as like the Taylor Swift of Monster Jam. It doesn't matter about skill or who's driving. The fact that it's there is pretty much going to get it the win automatically. So that's just my opinion on that. John Zimmer Jr., I feel, got his entire World Finals ripped away from him. I think he deserved two-wheel skills easily. And if not him, then Tom Mintz deserved it. It was pretty insane to watch. And then there was freestyle. Again, the winner was Colt Stevens and Thunder Roris. Don't get me wrong. He had a really good run. I still don't think he deserved to win. Cole Vennard and Black Pearl should have won freestyle, in my opinion. And I feel like it would have been cool to see that because it would have been his first victory. Anyway, that's my rant. Let's get into the diecast. Okay, so what we're actually going to be starting with here is a pretty cool truck. Now, for those of you who remember... For those of you who remember one of my previous rants that I've had in a video, I like to complain a lot on my YouTube channel, but for those of you who remember, one of the previous things that I've ranted about on my YouTube channel was the Nitro Neon series by Spin Master and by the Hot Wheels Color Tread series. I absolutely hate it. I think it is the biggest waste of space when it comes to a monster truck series. I think they're terrible. However, in the year 2022, in the Series 22, Gravedigger would be the inaugural truck for a brand new series that Spin Master would be doing. And that series was called Hyperfueled. Look at this. This is what Nitro Neons always should have been. What you're looking at right now is a Gravedigger where every single part of the truck except for the decals is neon green. This looks awesome. I love this. This is what Nitro Neon should have been instead of what it actually is with just the colored tires and the sometimes colored roll cages. This is way better. And I really hope they continue to do this series because it looks good. Now, towards the end of the year with the Hyperfueled here, towards the end of the year, they released Alien Invasion and Megalodon. Alien Invasion and Son of a Digger. And those two did not turn out good for various reasons. And you'll get to see those eventually when I do reviews on the channel here. But this is Gravedigger, and this turned out absolutely perfect. So we're gonna get this thing out of the package, and I'm gonna show you the I need to get away from saying nitro neons. I'm gonna show you the hyper-fueled Gravedigger. Also, my last Spin Master video I did, those trucks came out in the year 2020. This is the year 2022. So as you can see, the packaging has changed a lot. This is honestly my favorite packaging I've ever seen for a diecast monster truck company. I absolutely love this packaging. I think it is amazing. Like, good job, Spin Master, on this packaging. It is absolutely beautiful. It's so good. Anyway, yes, let's get this sucker out of the package here. So we're going to take a look at hyper-fueled Gravedigger first. That is the first truck in today's video. Oh, yeah. Oh, I am in love. This thing is amazing. Again, we've got the poster here, which I'll show off at the end of the video. Place your bets on which truck that we look at in today's video is going to be on the poster, because that's actually how they do it. One of the trucks that is in the case is actually the truck that we review. Also, the accessory for 2022 is one of 3 different accessories. You can get a dirt ramp like this, a crush car, or a barrel. Gravedigger here came with, as you can see, a brown dirt ramp, and they actually fit the trucks perfectly. Like, they are just the right size. And you can do all sorts, and they're jammer ramps. So you have a ramp going this way where you can launch the truck. You've got a nice little jammer jump right here. If you want to, you can do 2-wheel skills stuff and have the truck, you know, like rock forward and go into a stoppie, or they can, you know, go like that into a wheelie. 2-wheel skills, you could have it hit like this and go like that and start doing 2-wheel skill stuff. These ramps are perfect for a lot of different things. So just know that when you get like a 2022 Spin Master monster truck with these ramps, they're really good, really solid ramps. They are great. But yeah, I'm gonna throw that out to the side. And then let's take a look at the card insert right here. Gravedigger, as you can see, again, I absolutely love this. This is a great card insert. My Tryptophobia does not like the grill pattern here. It kind of, up close, it does kind of make my skin crawl a little bit, but that's fine. The Gravedigger thing there, which looks really good. I absolutely love that. Also, it's not like a ramp. It's actually a little piece of cardboard, so these are easier to like store if you do keep those, because I do keep the card inserts. Don't ask me why. Couldn't tell you. But yeah, that's all I got to say on that matter. All right, I'm gonna get the plastic off of here real quick. Get that thrown into my garbage bag I've got over here, and throw the card off to the side. So this is hyper-fueled Gravedigger. And yes, as you just saw, I'm wearing one of those bracelets. I'm telling you, Spin Master, if anybody at Spin Master is watching this, when you bring back the accessories, bring back the bracelets. Those things were awesome. I love them. So this is hyper-fueled Gravedigger. We've got a green body, green roll cage, green chassis, green tires, and green rims. Everything about this is absolutely amazing. I love the way that this truck looks as a whole. It is really nice to see how beautiful this thing looks. And nothing has really changed. It's all the original Gravedigger graphics here, as you can see with the flames and everything. One choice that I wish they would have done something about is that they kept the flames roughly the same color. I wish they would have made them slightly darker so they contrasted the body a little bit better. I feel like that's something minor that they could fix, but I don't know. That's just me. Mine has a bit of a tampo slide. That Gravedigger logo should be shifted a bit that way, but that's fine. Bad to the bone there with the grim skull. Got the headlights there. Didn't have to worry about flame wrapping on this one, I guess, because who's going to notice? Here's this side. Here's the back end. And yeah, so that is the hyper-fueled Gravedigger. It is really good. I really like this truck. Now, I want to show you something because I discovered this while I was actually pulling the truck out. I have RGB lighting in my room, and I noticed something really strange. I don't know why. It's not even green. But if I turn my studio lighting off here and I grab my little controller here and I turn on my lights, there we go, there it is. Okay, so if I turn on my lights here and I change it to blue like that, I don't know if you guys can see it on your end, but this truck glows under the blue light. Like it is absolutely, it is so bright on my end. Like it literally looks like this truck is glowing in the dark, which looks super duper cool. And I also don't know why my camera is not focused. There we go. Yeah, there you go. You guys can see it. Look at how this truck like glows under the blue light. It is super cool. I wonder if like purple would show it better, because I wonder if this is like almost like a black light effect. Let me see if I can pull out a purple here and see if that does. That's a pink. I don't know. I guess that's the closest I'm getting to purple. Anyway, like I said, it's pretty cool how that works with the blue lighting. There we go. Turn that back on. So yeah, there you go. That is the hyper-fueled Gravedigger. Let's get to the turntable. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Next up is Max Contrast Megalodon. So this truck here is pretty cool. I do like the way this truck looks. So what this truck is here is the Megalodon monster truck, as everybody knows it, but it is part of a series called Max Contrast. Max Contrast, I feel, again, remember how I said the Hyperfuel was like what Nitro Neon should have been? Megalodon here for the Max Contrast series is Max Contrast is what the Overcast series should have been. The Overcast series is where they took all the trucks, grayscaled them, and then they kept one color still on there. These things, they just made them black and white, made them look like pencil art, which looks amazing, by the way. I love this. Again, another series that I think in a few years, if they're going to recycle series in a few years, Spin Master, Hyperfueled and Max Contrast. Put those two on your list to recycle because these two series are really cool. But yeah, so we've got, I don't want to show the entire case. That kind of takes the mystery out of this. But yeah, here is Megalodon. So we're going to get this sucker open, and I'm going to show you what a Max Contrast Megalodon looks like. Don't have to show you much, though, because it's really kind of simple. My technique for opening the packages is not working right now. That makes me a little angry. Not my golden technique. Open, dang it. Thank you. All right. Okay. So here it is. There's the truck. And for an accessory on this one, we got a white dirt ramp. That is an interesting choice, not going to lie. But we got a white dirt ramp as the accessory on this one. Pretty neat, though. And, of course, we got the poster. Everybody loves the posters. I know I do. Spin Master canceled the posters. They stopped making them, or with the trucks. I feel like I feel like they should bring them back, but only put them in like the chase pieces or whatever. I feel like that'd be a smart idea. Here's the little insert piece with Megalodon on it right there. And that is everything in the packaging. I'm not even gonna tear these apart. I'm gonna wait until after the video to disassemble all the packaging. Anyway, here we go. Here is Max Contrast Megalodon. Now, it looks very similar to a normal Megalodon, as you can see. There really isn't much to see here, like when it comes to like advanced detail. What this truck mainly focuses on, I missed the important part of what I always do. We've got a white body, black roll cage, white chassis, black rims, white tires. So, and of course we got little white plastic inserts for the fins. But what this truck is essentially is it's meant to look like Megalodon if drawn in a pencil sketch, which I think this captures perfectly. It looks just like if Megalodon was a black and white pencil sketch, like what I would imagine the first concept art for Megalodon would look like. So as you can see, you know, you got the eyes and the nostrils are still there. You got the teeth and the gums, fins, dorsal fin. I forget what all the fins are. Anyway, you got the back tail, which looks really good there with the shading. And I do like the tire combination. I do think that the white and black tires do stand out a lot. It looks like a reverse Oreo cookie. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. But yeah, and then the Mosh Jam logo is also great out there on the side as well. But yeah, that is Max Contrast Megalodon. This one really doesn't have a lot of detail to it, but it is still super duper cool. And I really do like the Max Contrast series. I do think the Max Contrast series is a very underrated series, but yeah. So there you go. That is the Max Contrast Megalodon. Next up, we have Retro Rebels Gravedigger. Now, this one was a really interesting one to get in the mainline because it had a few corrections on it, I'm pretty sure. I think it did. Or no, I'm thinking of Gravedigger the Legend, which looks very similar to this. This is the max contrast. God, oh. This is Retro Rebels Gravedigger. What it's this is basically Gravedigger number 2 is what this is. This is meant to be the original Gravedigger. When Gravedigger went from being the red primer mud truck to becoming an actual monster truck / mud truck, this is what he looked like before. And then Grandma Gravedigger, for those of you who don't know what Grandma Gravedigger is, it's this truck just with a spooky paint job on it. Same truck though. This is before the spooky paint job and before it became Grandma. Also, no, this is it's known as Blue Panel Gravedigger, also known as Gravedigger number 2. That we'll say it like that so you guys aren't confused. But yes, this truck did exist in real life at one point. And there's actually a lot of detail I want to talk about on this one. The accessory that we got for this one is just a normal dirt ramp. Nothing too crazy about that. It's the same one that we got with the other Gravedigger. Oh, I do want to say this. The reason why we're getting 2 Gravediggers in this case is because when these came out, it was during the Gravedigger 40th anniversary. And so they wanted to release more Gravedigger trucks in the mainline, which I think is BS because this year was the Max D 20th anniversary. And we didn't get I think we only got 2 Max D trucks in the entire mainline. 2. Whereas with the Gravedigger 40th anniversary, we got like 12. It was freaking stupid. Anyway, yeah. Not worrying about the packaging. Let's take a look at the truck. So we have a blue and silver body, technically a silver body with blue paint on it, black chassis and roll cage, as well as black tires and blue rims. Now, what you're immediately going to notice is that this looks very different from a normal Monster Jam truck. And it's because it is completely different. Just look at the chassis and tire setup and you'll see what I mean. These trucks are completely different. Now, the reason being is because this truck, if I remember correctly, existed back in the 80s. This truck is like from the 80s, and it really hasn't been seen since the 80s. Now, because of that, monster trucks were very different back then. As you can see, it has the Leafer chassis, which I think is what this thing is called. The Leafer chassis here, which is the same chassis that the ride trucks have, believe it or not, just slightly modified. You can see the shock setup and the roll cage setup. It looks really cool with the bumper there, bumper on the back as well, which is neat. The tires here are the flotation tires. These are not BKT monster truck tires. These are like Firestone flotation monster truck tires, which is really cool. I love that little detail. Another thing I would like to point out, I'm not going to do it because I don't have a screwdriver on me. If I were to take the body off of this, because believe it or not, guys, really cool little detail here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Spinmaster trucks have a Phillips head screw on them, so you could easily swap the bodies around, which is fantastic. I wish every company would do that instead of those pop rivets that I absolutely hate. Anyway, yeah, let's get into the actual truck here. So it's got all the detail of the original Gravedigger truck. By the way, this was the truck that was the inspiration for Gravedigger the Legend. So if you've ever wondered that, that is what this is all about. Gravedigger on the side there, Chesapeake, Virginia, which looks really cool there, which is, you know, where he lived. Currituck Grain Co. 427CI. I don't know what that stands for. This side is exactly the same, just mirrors, so nothing too crazy to see here. Currituck Grain Co. And then if you look on the door there, you can see Dennis written on the window frame there, which is awesome. Nod to the creator of Gravedigger. And I love the front end of this truck. It looks absolutely amazing. They nailed the detail on that, and the back end as well looks amazing. And if you look, the New Age Monster Jam logo is on this chassis, which I would imagine they did that just so that they could put a Monster Jam logo on this, because if they're going for accuracy, Monster Jam wasn't even a thing when this truck was around. So, you know, all right. But anyway, yes, that is Retro Rebels Gravedigger, the third truck in today's video. Let's get the turntable. Whether it's Charlie Pauken or Chris Kohler, this truck has had some pretty good drivers recently. This is Monster Mutt. Everybody loves Monster Mutt. It is the original dog pound truck, I think. right? I don't know why, but every time I think about that, I'm always like, you know, Monster Mutt was the original dog, right? And I don't know if that's true or not, because every time I think about it, I'm pretty sure Dalmatian came first, then Monster Mutt. Which, if that's the case, that's a little strange, but, you know, whatever. I'm not going to complain about it or anything. So, there is Monster Mutt right there. Looks really cool. The accessory we get for this one is an orange crush car. As you can see there, again, perfectly fit for a monster truck. You can even use them as display pieces because they're rounded on top to hold a tire, which is really cool. I love that. That is something that Spin Master definitely did not have to do with that, yet they did it anyway because Spin Master rocks. That's why. Can we just say that Spin Master is the best diecast monster truck company? Hands down, they can't be beat. Nothing can beat them. They are the best. I'm sure someone's going to come after me now that I've said that in the comments. They're like, you're a liar. You don't know. Friggin' Monster Machines or something. Definitely not Monster Machines. Them trucks are too bipolar to call the best. Here's Monster Mutt name placard. Gotta love that. That looks amazing. All right. So yeah, we've got Monster Mutt here with a weird, is that a tuft of fur? I think that's a tuft of fur. So this, yeah, tuft of fur, that is supposed to be there. So this truck is part of the Rough Crowd series, which is all the dog themed trucks. They do an entire series of them because there's so many of them. But yeah, this is Monster Mutt. Everybody loves Monster Mutt. We got a brown body, black chassis, gray chassis, black roll cage. We've got gray rims with black tires and white BKT printings. I mean, this truck looks exactly like the real life truck. You cannot dog on them, no pun intended for this one. This truck looks exactly like the real life truck. Like, this is pretty spot on. BKT printings on the tires and everything. This is, like I said, this truck is pretty much spot on to the real truck. I can't really complain about it. Got the 3D printed teeth. I always love running my fingers across the teeth. Don't take that out of context. It just, it feels weird. I don't know. I like it. We got the tail here. Everybody loves that Monster Mutt has a tail on the Spin Master, I guess. Also, the ears are folded down on this truck, which is a change that they made going into 2022, that all the Monster Mutts would have their ears down except for Dalmatian, because Spin Master hates Dalmatian for some reason. And then, of course, you got the tongue up front, the nose and the whiskers and everything. And like I said, there's a little tuft of hair right here that I did not know was actually there on the diecast. I thought that was like a paint chip or something. But no, that's actually supposed to be there. Eyebrows, everything. And yeah, Monster Mutt name tag as well. Now, the reason why this is interesting to point out is because originally that said Monster Mutt, and then I think it was 2008 World Champion, I think. There was originally a World Championship written on the name tag. It's gone. I don't know. They took it off for some reason. I don't know. But anyway, that is everybody's favorite dog pound truck, the Monster Mutt. Next up, we have Maximum Destruction, Max D, from the, excuse me, I don't know what is going on, from the See-Through Crew series. Now, this series here was supposed to be, I don't know why, every now and again a truck gives me trouble, and I don't know why. There we go. Now, this series here is called the See-Through Crew series, which I feel Spin Master bumbled a lot this year, or in the year 2022. They screwed it up quite a bit, and which sucks because it was a cool concept, but it ended up getting flawed in every single way. There's always something going wrong. So, let's take a look at the accessory. Got a Monster Jam barrel, just silver Monster Jam barrel. How cool is that? Name placard says Max D, Maximum Destruction on there. Really cool. Let's get the trash out of here, and let's take a look at the truck. Oops, let me hit my studio lighting real quick. Here we go. So this is the See-Through Crew Max D. Now, immediately, you should be able to see why it's called See-Through Crew. So we got a silver body, a silver roll cage, and a see-through clear chassis. Black tires here, and we've got see-through orange rims, which look really good. So yeah, basically what this truck is all about, and you can see the axle there, basically what the truck is all about is this truck has a see-through chassis and see-through rims. Now, they kind of screwed up Max D, because All of the other trucks that came out in 2022 had also had see-through tires. Max D did not get see-through tires for some reason. And honestly, I don't think anybody knows why. It was just a weird thing that happened. Who knows? Also, another thing you're going to notice is that Max D here has a unique chassis setup. And the reason why Max D has a different chassis is because Max D IRL is a front engine truck. So you'll notice the engine here is actually in the front. Max D is a front engine truck. So what they wanted to do was bring that to diecast form because Spin Master is just a bunch of overachievers and wants to be the first to do everything, I guess. So for the first time ever in diecast history, we got a front engine chassis, and that is what you're looking at right now, is the front engine chassis setup. It looks really goofy compared to a normal truck though. Like this weird like cross member is super strange. And it just looks weird. I don't know. It works for the purpose that it serves. It works. So yeah, that is the Max D. I'll show like the rest of the paint details here. There's some weird like scuffing. I don't know what that's all about. 12-time world champion, and people say the Gravedigger's better. Am I right, guys? Am I right? Gravedigger's not better. Max D's the best. Everybody knows this. Tom Mintz is the best. Right, guys? Okie dokie. We have gotten through the first 5 trucks, all of which were very cool. However, we are now getting into the nitty gritty because these next 4 trucks bridge the gap from cool to freaking amazing. Starting with the lesser of the 4 freaking amazing trucks, this is Black El Toro Loco, which, by the way, add this to my wiki page when I become famous, was my favorite El Toro Loco. Orange, red, yellow, black, and ice El Toro Loco are all the versions that ever existed, and black has been and always will be my favorite. I always thought it was cool. It just looked awesome. And the driver who drove it, Mark McDonald, was one of the better El Toro Loco drivers. Lupe Souza did it the best, but Mark McDonald, when he took over for Souza when he went to Grinder, that was a good replacement for El Toro Loco. Mark McDonald could drive. Holy crap. The truck doesn't want to come out of the package. What the heck? There we go. And then there's something I need to talk about with this truck specifically that really infuriates me about Spin Master, that they won't fix it. Got another dirt rant, by the way. I thought it was... I wonder... That's weird. I figured it was like you got 3 of each with each case. You got 3 ramps, 3 cars, and 3 barrels, but I guess not. That's weird. I wonder if it is like completely random what you get. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just confused. It's probably just me being confused. Here's the El Toro Loco name placard right there. Looks really good. Fun fact, out of the main 3 El Toro Locos, yellow is the only one that has a unique logo, because orange and black share a logo. Anyway, here is the Black El Toro Loco. I freaking love this thing in diecast form too. It is absolutely amazing. The only complaints that have really been cycling around the community is that the flames and the chin hair aren't correct. This truck the flames on this truck are not correct. They're supposed to be a lot more like vibrant and powerful looking. These ones are kind of like, you know, something you'd see on the side of a barbecue food truck. The real flames are actually supposed to be a lot more, they're supposed to look like this on the side, not like this. Also, there's supposed to be red chin hair on the front bumper, and there isn't. Again, just a small little complaint. Other than that, this diecast is pretty much perfect to me. I am in love with this, and I think Spin Master did an amazing job. Got the textured teeth. I always got to rub my fingers on the teeth, guys. Again, don't take that out of context. We got the horns here. These little horns, everybody loves the little horns. They're red back here, and they slowly fade to yellow, which looks great. We got black body, black roll cage, black chassis, black tires with white BKT printing, and then yellow rims. The yellow rims do stand out to me with this truck. I feel like they should have matched it with the orange, but they didn't. Again, it stands out, but it's not that big of a standout. It's not something that's going to completely ruin the truck. Got the flames here on the hood, the correct flames with the nose ring. And then Monster Jam logo here. No taillights on this truck, which I think is interesting. They blacked out the taillights because I'm pretty sure the real life truck actually had taillights. I can't remember though. MonsterJam.com here on the back, El Toro logo. Like, honestly, if you just look at this back bumper, it kind of looks like the side of a barbecue truck, not gonna lie. But yeah, that is the black El Toro logo, my favorite El Toro logo, and I am so glad I finally have a die cast of it. Speaking of trucks I've been wanting to get into my collection, this is the legendary CJ Mente's Storm Damage. I had to cut the video there because I already like I already did the intro to this truck and I screwed it up because I got two different people mixed up because for some reason I said Storm Damage, but I thought this was Hurricane Force, and I was like, sadly the driver for this truck passed away recently, and then I sat there going, no, he's not. He's still I literally just saw like an Instagram post by him not that long ago. Sorry, I had like a mega brain fart. I apologize. But yeah, this truck has actually got an interesting story piece to it. I'll get into that as soon as I can get it open here. Again, another truck is giving me trouble. The interesting story piece with this truck is that this truck was not originally meant to come out in 2022. And the reason why it did was because in its place was supposed to be Bad Habit Relapse, which had the similar body style. But Bad Habit Relapse got canceled, and instead we got CJ Mente's Storm Damage, which I'm glad, because when this truck originally came out for Spin Master, it was part of a 2-pack with Blue Thunder, and I never got that 2-pack. But now I've actually finally got a version of this truck, and that makes me really happy because I have the Hurricane Force that Spin Master made, so now I can complete the duo because those trucks are a duo. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. For the accessory with this one, we got a silver Monster Jam barrel. Pretty cool. Love to have those, because when I do my stop motion World Finals things, I'm going to use them to decorate the ends of the tracks. And then here is the Storm Damage name placard. I love the purple and blue. That looks amazing. Kind of reminds me of the original Bejeweled logo, if you guys remember that game from eons ago. But anyway, here is the Storm Damage truck. We've got a white body with a blue roll cage, a silver gray chassis, orange rims, and black tires. This is one of those trucks that is like painfully basic when it comes to detail, and it actually works really well. I don't know why I just did that. Storm Damage, if I remember correctly, originally featured a tornado on the side. It was like a purple S10 body with a tornado on the side of it. And then it changed to this, which I'm not necessarily complaining about because this still looks really cool. Aside from the name Storm Damage not matching the actual truck itself, this truck looks amazing and I love it so much. But anyway, Storm Damage. Oh, the gorilla's textured. Hold on. Storm Damage here. You got the name, Monster Jam logo. I do like the yellow fading to the green. That actually looks really good with the red bumper. And that's supposed to be a Doppler effect when it comes to storms and the way that I think that's why this truck is set up the way it is. When it comes to storms and measuring storms, it's actually backwards to temperature. The hotter something is, the redder it is. And then it goes to blue, right? Measuring storms with a Doppler radar, or sound with the Doppler radar, is the exact opposite. It goes from blue at the epicenter to red, which is exactly what the Storm Damage is hinting at here. You've got the blue at the front leads to the red, and that's what that's kind of hinting at there, is the Doppler effect, which is how they measure storms. It's really cool. And then the green actually wraps around the back here. That's actually kind of what this whole truck is that Doppler hue change. But anyway, yeah, that's Storm Damage. Like I said, not a lot to talk about, but a truck in general that I'm really excited to finally have in my collection. So yeah, let's get the turntable. Now, if you thought Storm Damage was the only independent truck in this video that was going to, blow your mind that it got made by Spin Master, you must be mistaken. Because why would Crustacean, Crustacean, the Monster Lobster? That truck there is a legend in the world of monster trucks because of how creative it is. It's a lobster on monster truck tires. But you know what? That truck has a teammate, and its teammate is Lumberjack, which is exactly what we're about to take a look at right now. And I am excited to show you guys this one. Because, again, this is the first and only die-cast of this truck that has ever been made. This is it. This is the only one. We got an orange crush car for the accessory with this one, to match, obviously, Lumberjack's orange rims. And the fact that Lumberjack, I think, currently is running an orange body, which is pretty cool. Obviously, Spin Master didn't know that when they released the truck originally, but I still think that's cool. Here's the Lumberjack logo. Oh, maybe it's to match the logo. God, I swear, I should sleep more at night, probably. That'd probably deal with my loopiness, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, here is Lumberjack. God, this is a cool truck to have. So here it is. We've got a black body with a black roll cage, gray chassis, black tires, and orange rims. I think it's kind of interesting that the last 3 trucks have had the same tire and rim setup. I don't know. Well, not really about Black El Toro Loco here. I guess that's not true, but whatever. Just accept what I said as fact, and we can all be happier with our lives. But anyway, yes, this is Lumberjack. It is meant to be a logging truck. One of the changes that they obviously had to make is they couldn't put the GMC logo on the grill here, so they put a Monster Jam logo instead. Not complaining, though. It still works. Still works. The logs in the back, I am not sure how Spin Master did this, but the logs in the back are all casted in here and actually have full detail to them, which is crazy. Again, I have no clue how Spin Master did that. That is super cool. Got the forks here to hold everything up, and the exhaust pipes there, which look really cool. Now, as someone who used to live in Oregon, right on the California border, logging was a huge part of our town's money making and whatnot. So I've been around logging trucks for a lot of my life, and I know a lot about them and whatnot. My dad used to work for a logging business even. Well, not really. He worked for a wood refinery business, I guess you could say. For people who make plywood and stuff like that. It was a plywood plant, essentially. Wood refinery is the technical term, I guess. But anyway, I've seen stuff like this. And I remember one of the towns in Northern California, as you entered the city, had a mural like this on one of its walls that looked exactly like this, except instead of beavers, it had humans on it. But this truck reminds me of that mural. If any of you live in Crescent City, California, shout outs to you, because that's where that mural is located. Anyway, let's take a look at I want to zoom in here to show you guys the detail. It says Lumberjack on the fender there, but if you look at the side, you can see the beavers, and you can see all the excavators and chainsaws and axes and everything, which look really cool. Love all that detail. This side is the exact same thing except mirrored. And then what I want to show you guys here is the hood. It says Lumberjack Monster Truck. However, that is incredibly hard to read. And also, that is a beaver, not a werewolf, contrary to what you might think that is. That's a beaver. Doesn't look like it, though. But yeah, this truck is awesome. The amount of room that they had to work with, they fit so much detail on here, and it is just mind-boggling. So yeah, that is Lumberjack. We've got one more truck to go before we're finished. This is Ryan Anderson's Son of a Digger. It is the chase piece truck for today's video, so I'm going to cut it out of the package real quick. And that chase piece series is known as True Heavy Metal. Alrighty, so we got a poster as usual. This is weird. This is the first poster I've seen this entire day that was folded that way. No accessory comes with the chase pieces, apparently. So here's the Son of a Digger placard, which looks really cool. Love that. Anyway, I'll scoot that back. Here is True Heavy Metal Son of a Digger. Now, there's a reason why I want to show you guys this one. And I'm going to pause the background music here so I could show you guys. Let's take El Toro Loco here. Now, this is a normal monster truck. This is a True Heavy Metal monster truck right here. The trucks have something very specific about them. The reason why they're called True Heavy Metal is for this exact reason that I'm about to show you. I'm going to drop El Toro Loco. I want you to listen very carefully. Okay, bounces, makes a nice thud. Here's Son of a Digger. There is a definite thud. Like, that is a big thud. Yeah, that's the second time in a month that I've dropped my phone during a video. That's funny. I'm getting really good at that, I guess. Anyway, Son of a Digger. There's a lot to talk about with this one. Namely, you'll see what I mean. But let's take a look at what there needs to be seen here. The truck itself has a black body, blue roll cage, silver chassis, black tires with white BKT printings, and of course white rims. The black rims. And of course, something else you're going to notice here. The engine here is, I almost said tainted. The engine here is painted silver as well, which is interesting because that's actually on the chassis. Now, Son of a Digger, everybody, oh, the grill isn't printed. That's weird because the time that they released Son of a Digger in the mainline, before this, the grill was printed. But Son of a Digger has always been famous because the name quite literally means the son of grave digger. So that's a cool little detail there that they managed to capture that. Look at all the side panels here. You can see all the details on the side panel with all the different wrecked monster trucks there. You can see almost every single monster truck on there. It's really cool. But yeah, so what makes this truck so special is that it's a true heavy metal truck. And why that is important is because, one, not only does it have a printed motor, it has a metal chassis, which is interesting because all of the other trucks don't have metal chassis. What they have is just plastic chassis. They have plastic chassis. Basically, the metal, the heavy feel of the diecast truck comes from the body and the tires. This one actually has a metal chassis, which, like I said, you can hear. Watch, this truck does not bounce when you drop it. Well, okay, I lied. It doesn't bounce as high as a normal truck would. This truck's heavy, very heavy. That's why it's called a heavy metal truck. But yeah, so that's really the only change here. I did not know that there's flame wrapping on the front of the truck. You guys see that? There are flames wrapped on the front of the truck. I had no clue. I'd never seen that before. But yeah, that is Son of a Digger, everybody. The final truck, the chase piece of today's video. Let's close out this video, shall we? So there they are, ladies and gentlemen. All 9 of them all together as one. So this is actually a pretty good mix of trucks. I am a huge fan of the trucks that are in this group. The hyper-fueled grave digger, all the way down to the heavy metal Son of a Digger. They're all awesome. This is a really, really good mix. The only one I think that isn't very good is Max D, but that's just because it didn't get the full see-through crew treatment. But that's whatever. Anyway, before I close out today's video, I've obviously got to show you guys the poster that comes with the trucks, because I always do. So here's the actual collection side of the poster, everything there. And then, of course, we got a little picture of Monster Mutt as well to fit one of the trucks in which we got in this video. And you can see what I mean. Look at how spot on that truck looks. It's pretty dang good. But anyway, yeah, that'll be it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next unboxing video, which is Hot Wheels. Peace out.